But the question will arise, of course, Piyush, that here is someone who this morning was conducting the Rajya Sabha, did not seem any the worse for it. Suddenly, 9 hours later, he resigns. Remember, there was a large gap between the previous session, which ended in early April. We are now in the middle of July. During that period, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankhar has been attending a series of functions. He's also made several remarks that have attracted headlines, including questioning the basic structure doctrine of the Constitution. He's also only yesterday endorsed the Prime Minister on Operation Sindoor, questioned those who criticized the government, questioned almost Donald Trump and his ceasefire announcements. He's been seen as a strong backer of the Modi government. This has also led to some criticism that he wasn't acting fully as a neutral umpire, as chairperson of the Rajya Sabha, but was batting for the government. Mr. Dhankar, for his part, maintained that he was only following the rule of law, that he was someone who stood by legal principles. Remember, he was a lawyer, a Supreme Court lawyer for a long time. He's taken also particularly seriously the matter of impeachment of Justice Verma, raising that issue and saying that the judiciary needs to be held more accountable. In fact, an entire division of power between Parliament and judiciary on several occasions. Mr. Dhankar, a former lawyer, has been critical of the judiciary, also of the collegium system. So here is someone who in recent times has been making the headlines. He's not been a vice president who's been in the shadows, but a vice president who's been out there in the public domain making major statements. And to resign on the very first day of this monsoon session of Parliament will cast some kind of a question mark. Does this resignation, Piyush, come into effect as of tomorrow morning? Are we saying that tomorrow when Parliament reconvenes at 11 a.m., Mr. Dhankar will not be in chair? Has the Prime Minister accepted that resignation? Presumably that resignation has gone to the President. Sorry, has the President accepted the resignation?
Well, what we are officially told, Rajiv, that this resignation letter has been sent to the Honorable President of India, and in the last of this letter you can read that Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has marked Honorable President of India, which means that this letter has already been sent, and it depends upon President as to when he is going to accept this resignation. But after the acceptance of resignation, we can expect Dhankar to not continue his services as the chairperson of Rajya Sabha. But one thing very clear, that after this resignation, now there is very much now it also paves the way for the appointment of new vice president. So it remains to be seen who that will be. There are many names in the BJP, in the government, and also in the entire BJP organization. So any senior leader could be given the chance to become the vice president of India, and for that a thorough process has to be followed. But what is more important here is that Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has resigned on the grounds of health, which is also a concerning point. We have seen him getting also.
I just want clarity. Will he be chairing the Rajya Sabha tomorrow morning or not? Or
well, as of now, till the time there is no acceptance from the top office of the country, from the President of India, he is likely to continue as Vice President. And after the appointment of a new face or a new leader, we can expect him to discontinue his services. But
and his
depends
term
upon when.
And his term was till 2027.
Well, absolutely, and that is why it is shocking and surprising. But yes, because of health reasons, Jagdeep Dhankhar has to put down his papers as the Vice President of India.
Okay, so Piyush Mishra is giving us those details. We'll try and get reactions, including from Rajya Sabha MPs. Remember, Jagdeep Dhankhar was someone who was accused by his critics of running the Rajya Sabha as a bit of a headmaster and batting for one side. That's the government. But his supporters said he was someone who was trying to bring about discipline and trying to ensure the minimal walkouts in the Rajya Sabha and thereby was an effective chairperson. So he did divide opinion, Jagdeep Dhankhar, and obviously given his proximity to the ruling government, questions will be asked about the timing. Why suddenly has he chosen? But he's made it very specific in his statement that he has resigned due to health reasons. So health reasons, Jagdeep Dhankhar, who's had a few problems with his health, in recent months, has submitted his resignation as Vice President. The only question that will come, could this have happened inter se, that's between the sessions? Why on the eve of the session has he chosen to do so? There will be, of course, an entire process of electing a new Vice President. Mr. Dhankar or the government certainly has the majority, so they will be able to get their person in. I'm just trying to get in also our other panelists. The last occasion, by the way, just as a bit of trivia that I can recall of a Vice President, Zakir Hussain, you will recall, passed away, I think, as Vice President, if I'm not mistaken. But joining me now, Aishwarya Paliwal joins me. Aishwarya, this news will come as with some element of shock and surprise. Jagdeep Dhankhar resigning on the very first day of the monsoon session. Okay. Maushmi Singh is in fact joining us. Maushmi, you were there in Parliament covering it. This decision suddenly seems to have taken everyone by surprise. Very first day of Parliament session, Mr. Dhankar was there. Evening, he announces his resignation. What's the story?
See, Rajdeep, Mr. Dhankar has put out a letter and clearly cited health reasons. So, thereby, putting any other speculation to rest in his letter. But something, there is more than that what meets the eye, because had it been a resignation that was already slotted and was going to happen, there could be a bit of a protocol or ceremony, or the buzz would have been around in the Parliament. In fact, right, Mr. Dhankar, I will just state the facts as they are. Through the day was very much, engrossed in the notice or the letter that
I'm just stopping you for a moment there, just for also clarification. Remember when Zakir Hussain passed away, he was president of the country, not vice president. So that was, of course, in the late 1960s. It led to, of course, the election eventually of V.V. Giri as president and changed Indian politics. But that's in the past. Mr. Dhankar has resigned due to health reasons. So I don't think that's ever happened, Maushmi, in the past, that a vice president resigns in the middle of a term. But go ahead, give us more details, Maushmi. Go ahead, please.
Rajdeep, I was saying that, there is, we have to report the things as they unfold. And, throughout the day, I did not hear any news or information that Mr. Dhankar was planning to step down. So that is really clear that it wasn't there out in the Rajya Sabha or in the Parliament that any such step would be taken. So it is a step that he's taken, as he cited health reasons. But throughout the day, he was involved in the impeachment notice that was given by the opposition members. There were a flurry of activities in the government circles after that, because the impeachment notice signed by opposition members in the upper house was admitted, and Mr. Dhankar also said it on record,
right,
that notice has been admitted.
He'll
take a call.
I'm just stopping you because Priyanka Chaturvedi, Rajya Sabha MP from the Shiv Sena, is joining me on the phone line. Priyanka Chaturvedi, has this news taken a lot of the parliamentarians by surprise?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Considering that the Vice President, Honorable Vice President and Chairman was always opposed to my stances and things that I did. However, it comes as a huge surprise to me that someone who has been so committed to the parliamentary procedure and to ensure that the parliament was running smoothly, as much as the criticism came his way, the resignation has totally taken me by surprise, because he was very much in the parliament today and he was actively participating in the parliamentary procedure. So I wouldn't want to comment about this resignation till I don't know exactly the reasons, because health-wise, of course, he was facing these challenges, but considering he was actively participating today, I was hoping that his health was absolutely fine. But I wish him a speedy recovery if he is really having these health challenges.